Raheem Sterling has no future at Stamford Bridge. It is unclear what the future holds for the 29-year-old at the moment, but given his poor form with the West London side, there may be reluctance from fellow Premier League sides to land him. However, the outlet also notes that Chelsea intend to try and tempt London rivals Crystal Palace into parting with their star player, Michael Olise, and they may offer the player to the Eagles to help seal the deal. Although Fichages did not directly link Sterling with a move to Palace, it is very possible that talks could go further. This would require a willingness by the top brass at Selhurst Park to part ways with the 60M Olise, and that is not a foregone conclusion, especially as owner Steve Parish has been able to keep the player out of Chelsea's clutches in the past. Chelsea have reportedly spoken to two of the striker's agents ahead of a possible move to sign one or even two of them in the next summer transfer window. The striker position will be Chelsea's priority in the transfer market this summer, and it looks like the club is considering all options to find the right player to bring in. The most important decision they have taken this summer, and one they must make 100% right in order to progress towards success as a club again and get them back to competing with the best in the world again. The striker position to lead Chelsea's front line will be the most important position they recruit this summer. Nicholas Jackson is great, but he's the only recognized striker at the club, and Chelsea really need to sign another striker, perhaps one that's more proven and will hit the ground running. And according to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea have now spoken to the agents of Napoli's Victor Osimhen and RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko, as he revealed on Mixpod this weekend. Sesko would represent a much cheaper option than Osimhen with a cheaper release clause. Osimhen will certainly shell out a lot of money for any club trying to sign him this summer, unless his club is willing to drop the price, which is of course highly unlikely. Club legend John Terry has opened up about Pochettino's future and told the board they must keep hold of the Argentinian, he said. "I think Pochettino has done well. It was always going to be difficult from the start. We were a very young group of players from the start. There was a lot of recruitment and a big cleanup in the summer, not only of players but also of staff. There have been big changes, and it's clear Pochettino is the new guy. I have seen him work. I like the way he works. I like the way he is with the players. He certainly needs a little time, and I think we've seen that in the last few weeks. The better the performances we've seen, the more the players are fitting into their roles and feeling part of Chelsea as well. That will also take time, and I think we need to be patient. I think every club needs stability. We are very lucky at Chelsea. For 20 years we have achieved success year after year. We have a young squad, and it looks like we have some good players at the moment who can develop into their roles. Hopefully next season will be better." Victor Osimhen has been linked with a move to Chelsea for some time now. Todd Bailey is willing to bid £110 million for the Nigerian star. However, Osimhen has received attention from a number of other clubs. PSG is also interested in acquiring the striker's services. The battle between Les Parisiens and the Blues for Osimhen's signature is underway. Chelsea needs a proven, classy striker, especially since Nkunku is prone to injury and is often absent. Nicholas Jackson often fails to hit the target. The Blues have wasted many big chances and struggled to score goals through open play. Osimhen's love of Chelsea and idolization of Drogba means it is not surprising that he would prefer to play for the West London team. Osimhen's historical admiration for the Blues is also no secret. He has been linked with United, but it is unlikely the Red Devils will sign him. Spurs and Arsenal were also found to be interested in the striker. However, it is believed that the star striker will choose the Blues over the two. The Blues are reportedly interested in a deal to sign Jan Oblak. Football Insider claims that the Blues are interested in a deal to sign Atletico Madrid goalkeeper Jan Oblak to become their new number one. The report states that Chelsea are planning a bid to land the Slovenia international in the summer transfer window to compete with Đorđe Petrovic and Roberto Sanchez in goal at Stamford Bridge. Football Insider adds that Atletico Madrid may be willing to allow Jan Oblak to move this summer, as his sale could fund their own spending to strengthen Diego Simeone's squad. The report also claims that a deal to sign the 31-year-old star could be easier to complete than bringing in Aaron Ramsdale. However, there is no mention of how much it would cost to secure his services, as Football Insider did not state an asking price for the Slovenian giant. However, according to Capology, if Chelsea were to agree a contract with the player's salary is expected to be around £345k per week with Atletico Madrid. David Datro Fofana is ready to end his Burnley loan spell, with relegation officially announced this weekend after their 2-1 defeat against Tottenham Hotspur. He only played a few minutes at the end of that game. What is clear is that Fofana itself will not be relegated. He's back at Chelsea, and that's something he's looking forward to. He said, "There's not much I can say about our relegation. This is football, there are ups and downs, it can happen. We have to get on with it. I had a bright start to my career at Burnley, but then the manager made his decision. I don't want to go into details. I haven't thought about going back to Chelsea, but I think I will. And why not do pre-season? In January I wanted to stay, but several things happened. Fofana's tenure at Burnley went slightly better than his time at Union Berlin in the first half of the season, but overall it wasn't a particularly impressive season from the start. It's hard to see where he would fit into this Chelsea team, and I hope he can be loaned out again after pre-season." Harvey Elliott expressed his disappointment with Chelsea. Speaking to the Reds roundtable, Liverpool attacking midfielder Harvey Elliott opened up about the moment he realized he was let go by Chelsea as a child. The reason for his release was because he was not tall enough to be a professional football player. After leaving Stamford Bridge, he joined Fulham and was eventually sold for £1.5 million. Elliott explained, "I was at Chelsea when I was a kid, and they let me go because they said I was too small. And then I just played with my friends for a year, like Sunday League, when I was 11, 12 years old. I was at Fulham like pre-academy, like you go sometimes once a week, twice a year. Week to practice, but I didn't really enjoy it." Football London says, "Hopefully Chelsea have learned that ruling out players at a young age because of their height is not a sensible recruitment practice." This decision particularly haunts the Blues, considering Elliott is now worth around £30 million, thanks to his contribution to Liverpool this season. Hearing stories of players who were let go because of their size, we always think of Lionel Messi, who was given hormone treatment by Barcelona so that his talent would not be wasted. If a player has talent, they should not be automatically ruled out because of something that could easily change in the future. Chelsea are interested in acquiring the services of VfB Stuttgart striker Chris Fuhrich. According to a report from Caught Offside, Chelsea are expected to bring in quite a number of players in the upcoming transfer window, and Chris Fuhrich from VfB Stuttgart is one of the names on their wish list. He has been sensational all season and there is no shortage of interest in him. Fuhrich has been part of the Stuttgart team since the summer of 2021. He has been a consistent performer for them over the years. The left winger seems to have taken his game to another level this season. He has been involved in 37 matches in various competitions this season, and has contributed to 16 goals, 9 goals, and 7 assists. His performances have attracted a lot of interest, and many clubs may be knocking on Stuttgart's door for his signature. Although he still has 4 years remaining on his contract, there is a £30 million release clause in his contract which could lead to his departure. Chelsea is one of the clubs that seems quite interested in his services, because the Blues want to recruit several experienced players, and 26-year-old Fuhrich could be one of these recruits. His consistent performances and ability have put him on the London club's radar, and they have been examining his situation at the German club in recent times. Romelu Lukaku, Ian Maatsen, Hakim Ziyech and Armando Broja are likely out. Indeed, he has revealed that Lukaku and Maatsen, both currently on loan, will join Ziyech and Broja in leaving, with plans for the latter pair's departure already in place. Romano said to Caught Offside, "We are likely to see Chelsea departures this summer, especially with the players currently on loan." As previously reported, the plan is for Armando Broja to be sold once he returns from his loan spell at Fulham, and Hakim Ziyech can already be considered to have played his last game for Chelsea. I also predict Romelu Lukaku and Ian Maatsen will leave Chelsea. Broja could reportedly be bought by Fulham, where he is currently on loan for a very low fee, although that is unlikely to happen, while Galatasaray's obligation to sign Ziyech will reportedly be triggered. As for Lukaku and Maatsen, it is not yet clear where they will land, but there are rumors that Lukaku will reportedly join the Saudi Pro League, and there are also considerations of exchanging players with Victor Osimhen, while Ian Maatsen wants to stay with Borussia Dortmund.